we are. All right, here we are. Here we are. All right, here we are, Rogue Rigging World Headquarters. And welcome to the 4th episode of the Mach 2 Foiling Moth Resto Mod project. So yeah, just exciting times right now. It's got all the itchy composite work done. In that last episode, the sprit and the little platforms, I'm going to start mounting all the hardware on the platforms. And all of our stuff came in from Australia just a few minutes ago. Check this out. Our new wing tramps. Didn't realize they're going to be white. They didn't have the black ones in stock, and so they gave me a good deal on the Hydronet white ones. So thanks, Mach 2, for hooking me up there. Yeah, kind of goes with the look, you know. Got the black and the white. Yeah, it's going to go very on brand with Rogue Rigging. But yeah, so stoked off of that. All the pieces are here. Yeah, no, I'm fired up. So fired up right now. I got, yeah, let's see what showed up. We got our bag of new sail cams, or batten cams. These are the little guys that, these little 3D printed plastic guys that the battens pop into, and this is what helps give the sail the shape. Got me some of those, and then just a bag of little bits and bobs bushings for the rudder, foil pins and drain plugs, you know, little things like that. I got hiking straps, and then bladders for the wings, so air bladders, so it'll be easy, so that it'll less likely to completely flip, so it'll make it easier for me for learning. And yeah, no, everything is here. So it's gonna be my new evening project of getting this thing put together, and hopefully maybe by this weekend, or definitely next week, we'll get it out for its first sale. So yeah, follow along. So stoked. Here we go. All right, so one platform down, one more to go, but yeah, you get the gist. So this is the starboard guy, but yeah, so the ride height adjuster comes through here. Actually, no, sorry, that's the gearing comes through here, and this is gonna be boom fang, Cunningham, and then this is wand length. So still got to figure out exactly what's gonna happen. I might put another one of these blocks over here, but yep, that's where we're at right now. Okay, getting ready to put the base plates in. So you can see on this side, I've ground off the non-skid, and then I've acetoned it. Same thing both sides, and then I've mixed up that 610 adhesive and laid a couple of thick beads down. And now we're gonna goober it in. All right, so we're gonna get on to splicing up the main sheet. And this is the existing setup. Nothing really wrong with it, other, you know, like you gotta have a split tail at the end, and this is how it was done. We're gonna actually do some splicing and everything, and then this has got the sliding splices, which is good because we're gonna have to get the lengths just dialed in just right. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. And I'm just going with new blocks just because I just don't want to mess around. I don't know what's up with these. I mean, I'm sure they're fine, but I don't want to go out there and break something. So what I'm trying to avoid is that just the sailor's the problem with the learning how to sail this thing, and not the equipment. So trying to eliminate all that stuff. So yeah, so here we go. So yeah, so we're gonna splice it out of this Rob Line Copa Dura. This is a 7mm. Hopefully it's not too small, but I like the stuff. I use it for my 505 spin sheets. And yeah, it's super grippy, especially when it's wet, because it's got a blended Dyneema Technora polyester cover, so it's kind of fuzzy, grippy when it's wet, and it holds up really well in ratchets. So yeah, here we go. All right, that took a minute, but I think I've got my version 1 of my main sheet bridle system, everything all done. So got a little sliding splice for this guy here for the tails to have that adjusted properly, and then there's this bridle here to this guy. I don't know, I try to get fancy. Hopefully it's gonna work. We shall see, but yeah, pretty stoked off how it turned out. And I tried something different with the bearing of the splice in here and just lock stitching it in. So we're gonna give that a whirl, because I lock stitch it pretty far, so that should do the job. But yeah. All right, here we are. Here we look. The boat's off the bench. It's down here on the ground, and getting ready to put the wings on. So yeah, so it was in the, we're kind of going through the life cycle of a moth. Wasn't necessarily in the egg stage, but when it was up here on the bench, let's call it the caterpillar stage. Didn't have any wings or anything, and it's just kind of sitting there, eating blocks. Yeah, eating blocks, fattening up on blocks and other hardware. So now it's about to, it's emerging from the pupa stage now. It's going to become a full-fledged moth soon. So we're going to put our wings on, see what these sweet hydronet tramps look like, and yeah, stoked. All right, just catching my breath. That's a wrestling match to get those suckers on. But they're on. I still have to put the little carbon rods in and lash everything up, but this is where I wanted to get it to, because now I can start doing all my control lines and bungee take-ups and stuff like that. And then I'll lash it off. But crap, that was rough. I knew it was gonna be rough from the previous moth that I worked on, but I've never done a Mach 2, and frick, I had to figure out which way was the best way to go. And then obviously the second time worked way faster because I had a method down. But wow, crap. So it's just about a proper moth now. Look, it's looking more and more like a moth. But yeah, look at this thing. So stoked. So stoked to get it off the bench and see what it looks like. Wife's not gonna be as stoked because this is where her car goes, but car can be out front for a couple days while I finish up this thing, get it over to the club. All right, stand by for more action. All right, so I started mocking up some of the rigging here, just running because I just had to see what it looks like. So just tied on a few of my blocks here for my control lines, and I've just got control lines temporarily run, but essentially these guys here, the tail ends of the line are gonna go in here in the tramp, and then there's gonna be shot cord going to these guys that I just lashed on there. And that shot cord actually goes all the way down here to that little friction ring, and then to the opposite side right there. But there's gonna be, hold on, there'll be a block on the end of that, the control line there. So the control line will come here. There'll be a block that's on the, the control line will come here. There'll be a block that's on the bungee, and then the line's gonna turn, and then it's gonna go turn here, and then it's gonna go along the rack, and then it's gonna go to the other side and make a whole loop. So it'll be all continuous with shot cord take up. So that is the plan, and now we're gonna execute. All right, progress is being made on the moth project. my camera keeps going on the fritz a little bit, so and it's deciding when and when not to record. So yeah, so I'm just gonna show you what I've been up to. Is I've been running all the control lines, and so basically run the lines back and forth in here using my cool piece of wire that I heat shrinked like a back on itself. So it's just a fish tape, and I'm just going back and forth in between here, being careful not to tangle everything. And then so those go back to the bungee take-offs on the blocks there. And then the beauty of these is there's cool zip off things so you can get to all your control lines. So nothing's spliced together right now. I'm just leaving everything long. But yeah, progressing along, and yeah, pretty stoked how things are shaping up in here. It's looking very cool. All right, I've been busy just knocking out products on here, just the lines or whatever. So I got the ride height adjuster, and that's just this super simple, just wrapping it around electrical tape, and then it's continuous up here with a little ball so you can adjust it easy, and also have an indicator. And yeah, just been doing the continuous splices, and so I got one set up here. I'll try and show you it, but basically this is the Robline Infinity Control, and it's really good for doing continuous line splices. And basically you extract the core on both of them, and then these guys are going to go into each other just like this, and this cover tail is going to come out like right here, and this one's going to come out like right there when you pull them, and then lock stitch them together in the middle, and then you just do a little taper on both the core and the cover that's there. So that's the plan. All right, so you go in just past the core. We're gonna go about 1.5 inches past the core. And the big thing is you don't want to snag the core. Okay, so I got these things buried so you can see. Hopefully you can see, but there's the cover tails and the core tails. The crossover is right there, so I just do a lock stitch right there, and then you just do a taper on these guys right here and there, and you pull together. Yeah, easy as that. Lock stitch there, and this just holds it all in place. Okay, so got the taper in on those guys, and now you just pull them opposite each other and they just suck in. All right, all the control lines and shock cord take-ups are all done. So now it's just a matter of installing our hiking straps, and then I gotta lash up the whole back of the tramps. So yeah, and then the hull is done, at least for now, and then it's gonna be staying rigging. So yeah, and sailing. All right, it's all about the details. So I was originally have this little guy. This is my tensioner for my ride height adjuster, and I was originally gonna go through here, but it's not gonna work. Next time, my buddy Robbie, that's got the same boat, said that's probably gonna be too big and in the way. So I came up with, I'm gonna make a little soft pad eye. So made a little carbon donut, did a quick little Brummel splice on this piece of Dyneema, and then I fanned it all out, and now I'm just gonna glue it down right here with some of that 610 adhesive, and then I'll have a permanent little soft pad eye for attaching this, and then I can also attach the base of my the foot of my deck sweeper sail to it as well. So yep, there we go. All right, there it is. It's all glued in place. Just gotta let it set up. All right, I wheeled the boat out of the garage for the first time, and put the mast in, and I just put the mast in with the rigging that came with the boat, just to make sure that it's right before I build up. I'm going to build a wire headstay and then some new Dyneema shrouds. But yeah, super stoked. It's just about there. Just about there, but looking pretty epic. So I failed to capture on video, but I got the tramps all lashed up, and it's just a series of lashings of this 2.2 mil SK99 heat set Dyneema, and back and forth and painful, and yeah. And so now tramps are drum tight, like little airplane wings. So yeah, stoked. All right, so I got the headstay made up, and you guys don't need to see that, but I swaged up headstay out of some 3 mil die form that I had laying around for doing all the 505 shrouds. And then next I'm gonna splice up the shrouds out of some SK99 heat set Dyneema. So that's the plan. Gonna knock those out now. So they're just gonna be thimble to thimble. Actually, thimble to a sliding splice on the bottom. Keep it simple until I get everything dialed in. But yeah, that's the plan. All right, headstay swaged up, shrouds spliced up. You can see down here, I put some sliding splices in just so that we can tension them up if need be to get things dialed in. And now I'm going to splice in some Dyneema chafe tip where it connects to the prodder. So yeah, just a couple little chafe sleeves. I'm just gonna bury those tails in and be done. Okay, so there's the finished one, and then there's the one that I still gotta do. But it should be pretty sleek. All right, it's done. It's done. It's all back together. It's been resurrected. It's a full-fledged moth. Well, so we gotta get some sails on it, but we gotta get the sail on it. It'll be good. But this is it. Everything is done. We got some dialing in to do, obviously, after we get it out and ready for its first sail, which will hopefully be later this week. But, whew. Look at this thing. So stoked. So stoked. Can't wait to get out and get flying on the sucker. Look at that bow. Sleek. Rigging's all done. Freaking awesome. All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode. So fired up. Boat's done. It's ready. It's ready to go sailing. Ready to go flying. Hopefully I'll have it out here in the next couple days. So the next episode will be me trying to to sail this thing, so it should be entertaining. It's January, so the water's gonna be cold, and if we have any breeze, it's gonna be brisk, but I want to get out there and get flying on this beautiful, beautiful machine. So stoked off of what I did, and yeah, there's gonna be some dialing in, I'm sure, as with all new boats, because basically this is a brand new boat now. Every nut and bolt, everything came off, and everything got replaced. So fired up. All right, stand by and be sure to click the like and subscribe. And if you have comments or whatever, or suggestions, put them down in the comments. And yeah, thanks again, and see you next time.